Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about something that is not discussed enough, and that is the refeeding phase after a prolonged juice cleanse. If you recall in earlier videos, I went on a 40-day juice cleanse where I drank nothing but juice for 40 days. And it was a life-changing experience, a beautiful, transformative experience, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. But on the opposite end, the refeeding process is a whole nother animal. In the refeeding process, it has my digestion system has started to slow down, and it has been hard reintroducing foods back in, especially fats. So if you have ever done an extended fast before, you may think the hard part is once you start eating again, when actually the opposite is true, especially when you're reintroducing fats. My digestion is not happy, like I've mentioned, and I just want to share my experience. So if you're going through this too, or if you're planning a fast and you want to know what to expect, let's get into it. So first, let's talk about why the stage is actually just as challenging, if not more, than the juice fast itself. So the first thing we want to talk about is the digestive system slows down during fasting. So we are creating less bile production with fewer digestive enzymes. And if you recall in some of my videos, I did talk about having to take digestive enzymes. And I did have to take those about 3 times per day. And I'm still having to take enzymes to help break down food, but that's kind of when I remember. So that part has been extremely challenging for me. And just another thing is that the fats are just especially hard to digest for me. I can't have a lot of fat. I found that to be really interesting. I came from, I would say, a more high fat diet. Uh, I was told that having PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, that it was good for women to that have it to be on a high fat diet because it helps regulate the hormones and the hormone production. And it's funny that I went on this juice cleanse and I come out on the other side, and here I am having to not have as much fat and my body rejecting it. Now, I'm not saying that this is from pizza and cookies and donuts. This is from healthy fats like avocados, nuts, and seeds. And it's been very hard. And I was really strict at first when I came off my juice cleanse because I really was scared. I didn't want to upset my stomach. And I thought, here I am a month after my juice cleanse that I would still be good. And I have a hard time digesting those fats. And it's like, I make my dressings out of it. I add it to my salad. And that's been difficult. And another thing is now that I'm off my juice cleanse, here come the cravings, right? Cravings versus reality. Here we're at. And mentally, I wanted all the foods back. I wanted donuts. I wanted cookies. I wanted pizza. I wanted all the bad foods because I'm like, you know what? I restricted myself for 40 days without having the foods, and now I want them all back. And I've tried a little bit here and there. For me, it's been extremely frustrating because I expected to feel absolutely amazing after fasting, like on top of the world. But instead, my body has been really struggling to keep up. And I know I'm not alone in this. I know other people have experienced this because my coach has actually told me that, yep, welcome to the club of refeeding your body. after a juice cleanse. So I've had a lot of digestive issues, a lot of problems. So you're probably wondering, what are those issues? What can I expect when refeeding my body after a prolonged juice cleanse? So for me, it's been digestive issues, which, funny enough, is the whole reason I went on a juice cleanse. So I've had extreme bloating. I've been going to the bathroom a lot, and it's causing me to have bile, like extra bile in my body. That's so hard to describe. It sits on the top of my stomach, and really the only way to release it is, up or down, if you get what I'm getting at. And so, you know, it's not fun, and you're miserable and you're sitting there. And recently I just spent 24 hours where I was just like in excruciating pain. And this is all caused by me introducing foods back in and fat, really fat. And like I said, good fats, you know, avocado, nuts, and seeds. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And you're having sleep disturbances. And recently it's because it kept me up all night. And then I'm tired the next day. And it has not been great. So this has just been really humbling for me because I thought I'd bounce back quickly, but my body has had other plans. So now I'm in the stage of my process because I'm sick of feeling sick of refeeding my body. And here's a few things that I've changed personally to help make this transition a lot smoother for me. So, instead of the whole avocado, because I was craving avocado like my whole entire juice fast. I wanted avocado on everything. It just was like, oh, it just sounds so good. So instead of a whole avocado or even half avocado, I've opted to more of a couple of slices. I still get that satiation from the avocado, and it does not hurt my stomach as much. And now I have to think about prioritizing easier to digest fats. So, doing some coconut yogurt instead of nuts, omega-3 rich foods instead of heavy oils. I have to start thinking about these things because now my body wants to start operating in a different way. And people think, well, yeah, I mean, refeeding should be easy. You should just go back to your regular life after that. And it's really not that easy. And so I've been drinking my lemon ginger blast every day in the mornings, and that seems to be really helpful, as well as drinking smoothies. So having my smoothies in. And funny enough, another lesson I kind of learned is I was adding chlorella and spirulina into a smoothie bowl, and it was causing crazy stomach issues. And I was sitting there, what is it? What is it? Turns out that those two, when they act together, are great for the digestion system and clearing it out. But when you're refeeding, it is not necessarily great to bind that to other fruit, as it will cause some serious issues. And I was like, oh, wow. How was I supposed to know that it was going to do that? And I forgot to mention, I've also been taking some herbs. So I've introduced herbs into my routine to help me, start healing my body even more. And so with introducing those herbs back in, that's going to stir up a lot too. So not only do I have this crazy refeeding going on where the fats are like, absolutely not, miss, I have the herbs that come in, and they've been it's been crazy. It's been absolutely crazy. So if you have been through this before, I'm interested to hear what worked for you. I'm definitely still in the learning phase. I don't pretend to have this all figured out. I am new to the juice fast world. I'm new to the refeeding world. And yeah, I'm new to being in the raw vegan world. So no, I don't have it figured out, but definitely let me know what's kind of worked for you. I'd love to hear it. So if you're struggling with refeeding after fast, know that you're not alone. Know that it's normal. I love that I had a coach for that because they made me feel like I was seen. You know what I mean? Like that they're like, yeah, it definitely happens. Your body just needs time to rebuild its digestive system, and that's okay. The key is to listen to your body and go slow and be patient with yourself. That's the most important thing. Just be patient to yourself because you're going to come out on of this juice cleanse with a closer relationship with yourself and your body, a closer relationship with God and the universe. And you're still going to have beautiful manifestations happen in your life and beautiful spiritual downloads. But it's also important to take care of yourself and to take care of your body and to know, what's good for you and what's not good for you. So, know that I'm going to keep updating you about my progress. But in the meantime, let's start a conversation down below. Have you ever had trouble with refeeding? What has helped you? Let's support each other on this journey. I would love to hear from you. And as always, if you found this video to be helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe and share with anyone you think that might need to hear this. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.